Bom, só para manter tudo alinhado, realmente o jogo tinha travado. Como o meu último save foi saindo antes de fazer o show, fiquei puto, refiz essas duas interações aqui. Essa aqui fiz igual, essa aqui eu só acertei tudo, porque foda-se. Aí fiz a música igualzinha, mesma roupa. Acho que o chapéu ficou diferente, né? E o óculos, mas esqueci. Falei com o Kim tudo. Botei a mesma coisa pra ver se eu faço essa cena de diálogo com o Kim. É o que eu me interesso mais do que botar, sei lá, qualquer coisa, que se mesmo assim eu tiro depois, caso necessário. Aqui nem eu tirei o Sociedade Econômica e o Batida. Além disso, eu fui lá, me separei do Kim. E a única diferença é que eu não falei com os NPCs ainda. Não falei nem com o mendigo, não comprei o cigarro, tudo, ainda tô pago. Nem falei com a mulher da droga. Vou falar depois que eu tiver com calma. Eu gosto de falar tudo que der pra falar. Já vou fazer. Vim, peguei as bolas finalmente, agora eu tô pra falar com a mulher. Finalmente. Mas tive que refazer tudo. E agora eu botei novos saves. Botei 2 saves aqui. Tinha ficado nesse aqui. Ou seja, só refiz aquilo e aí deu o lugar certo. Salvei um aqui, salvei um ali, salvei um aqui. De novo.
Officer.
Bom, falar
She
disso.
smiles, a bitter little. The rain.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. For my sin, for destroying my first... Did I? Why do... I don't know what to say. None of this is fortuitous for... The what? I mean, there's no reason for me to think there's somehow...
She nods. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving her. She nods.
Okay.
Não é possível. Bugou de novo no mesmo lugar. O que tá acontecendo nessa parte? Ué? Caraca, bugou no mesmo lugar. Oxente. Reparem. Oxi, que doideira, cara. Que loucura. Bom, vou parar de novo. Oxi, que loucura, que loucura. Não brinque comigo não, jogo. Eu sou eu. Caramba, que isso, velho. Que louco. Que louco, que louco, que louco. Caraca, tá dizendo de novo que não pode sincronizar. O que que tá acontecendo? Oxente, que loucura, cara. Que loucura. Que loucura, cara. Que loucura. Bom, vou abrir de novo. Vou fazer essa mesma conversa, só que tomara que os saves que eu tenha feito tenha ficado, né? Puxa, Insano, cara. Mesmo lugar, travou. Não vou falar, mas não vou fazer mais essa conversa, né? Vou falar com ela, mas não vou. Cara, que eu também segui o mesmo passo, né? Mas era porque eu não queria alterar o que eu fiz. Deixa só. Que louco. Que louco. Agora que não vou nem falar. Tô muito. Bom, pra lá, abre o jogo. Se tiver salvou. Tá o quick save depois das botas. Que louco, que louco. Absurdo, cara. Porra, isso é só pra estragar o meu dia, né? Então vamos deixar agoniado. Queria terminar a jogatina, não partir. Né? Terminar mais um dia e tal. Que ainda queria falar com a mulher da arma. Se ficar nesse trava-trava. Bora. Vamos carregando. Será que tem alguma coisa errada nas configurações? No computador lá dentro. No computador não é nenhum gamer. Não um laptopzinho. Mas tá indo. Geralmente o jogo não trava. Mas hoje deu uma travadinha. Olha lá. Exato. Aí, tá no quick save. Beleza, olha lá. Graças a Deus. Vou continuar. Vou fazer as mesmas perguntas, claro. Poxa, não vou repetir aquela bosta. Tá mais cedo, né? Porque eu não, como eu disse, eu não falei com a mulher, né? Tá diferente, né? Como já compreendi. Então tá vindo por aqui só por superstição dele. Quebrar o padrão.
Officer, I really
She smiled.
Claire.
The
I'm stuck in Martin for my sin for destroying my first. Did I? I don't know. None of this is. What? I mean, there's no reason for.
She nods. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eye.
Ah, yes. The night
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Wow. That's some creation myth stuff right there. Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
It would appear so. At around, a slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand. Yes,
It's impossible to say.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And there was. I think you screamed. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet. No problem, sir.
Maravilha. Vou até meter o save quick pra passar pelo bug. Escapei do bug. Peguei medo do material. E é isso. Agora upar várias coisas. O que é que eu quero upar? Vou upar. Vou botar mais um Coordination no Torra. Cozinha. Nossa, que nojeira. Ou não. Aqui. E aqui pra aquela vela. Deixa eu dar uma olhada. Um pouco vai dar 10, já volto, já falo com a mulher. Vai falar com um bug louco mesmo. Acho que é do jogo mesmo. Tipo, voltou ali, a mulher falou e aí a configuração da portabilidade.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been... Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience. And also, a commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. There is a variety of soaps and bleaches. This is gonna take the heart. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now. The delicious smell. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them. The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the butt. The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits, just like beef stew. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot.
Maravilha. Vou botar isso aqui, né? Que porra é essa? Oxi. Eita bug do caralho. Oxi. Eita bug do caralho. Que é isso, velho? Nossa, que merda, cara. Que merda, que merda, que merda, velho. Que merda. Bom, que se foda também. Nossa, o jogo bugou, cara. Nossa, que bosta. bosta, que bosta, que bosta. Que bosta do caralho. Não sei em que momento foi isso. Nossa, que bosta, que bosta. Eu tô sem a luva. Mas tá considerando como se eu tivesse ainda. O que tá acontecendo, pô? Cadê? Nossa. Puta que pariu. Nossa. Repare que loucura, cara. Puta que pariu, meu irmão. Nossa senhora. Foi na hora que eu fui coisar o corpo, né? Foi a única vez que eu botei essa luva. E tirei a outra. Puta que pariu. Aí, não sei como isso aconteceu. Não vou ajeitar não. Se foda, pau no cu. Tem limite pra mim. Paciência. Não vai fazer desde daquela parte. Foda-se. Se eu fizer uma crítica, isso vai entrar para o negativo. Isso aqui é um bug estúpido, cara. Um bug estúpido mesmo. Um bug bem escroto. Bora ver se quando eu durmo volta ao normal, alguma coisa assim. Porque é um bug bem merda. Bem merda. Assim. Vou colocar lá ainda. Agora se a galera tem algo novo pra falar, né?
The sea's gonna calm down.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to... But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the... Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder block town.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived. There's not much to tell. People come in.
You should look around your shack.
Vou dar uma olhada. Aqui tá. Vou perguntar. No calçadão. Tá. Vou fazer isso amanhã. Velho mercado de pescados. Simplesmente passo pela vila de pescas. Ah, ok, lá longe. Ok, beleza. Não tem problema. Vai ter que dar um tempo pra pegar, né? Não tá pra esse cara.
Tequila? Can't really remember.
It's a touchy topic. He really has no idea who this Ruby.
Não, cara, toda hora voltando ali. É mais rápido viajar pra lá.
Put your hands where I can see them.
What the fuck?
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground! Get on the ground! Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in...
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's the situation, you have to go for the gun sooner or later. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
It's the goddamn police shitbag! Have the...
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and pack...
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed! I do? Gareth? No, aggravated assault!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now.
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you're actually a police officer?
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
Eu tô sem palavras.
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing!
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough.
Por que eu salvei essa porra? Por que você foi lá, foi? Ah, eu sou um idiota também. Foda-se, bora deixar.
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision!
Oh my god. Oh, I see. Okay, the gun was empty. All is good.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police don't always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun. Right now. This...
No one ever cares anymore.
Great gears are grinding to a halt. The machine is powering down. She's all out of jolt. Okay, you need to figure out what to do with it.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to...
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person, the catatonic woman, especially now that she's unarmed, doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone but herself. The catatonic woman doesn't understand, probably even hear your...
Please leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? She stands motionless.
Caralho, essa parte foi incrivelmente muito boa. Fiquei triste.
The woman stands. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them. Do. You take the file of Pyrrolidon, and she didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking loop. The old woman.
Nossa, coitada, velho. Tava valendo rápido. Que triste. Olha só. Lógica. Tá, vou colocar uma roupa que preste. Nossa, que horrível isso. Muito curto. De novo, né? Tá, bora deixar... Bora entrar no style aqui. Espera que pra ver se muda alguma coisa, né? quê? Ah, tem que estudar mesmo. Nossa, que bosta. Ah, isso deve dar uma bosta. Tênis. Ah, sim, sim, sim. Ah, dá uma olhada. Ele parou? Peraí. Uma boia a oeste do caçador. Caralho. A oeste. Nossa. Nossa, dois. Aqui. Aqui. Vem lá. Oeste lá por trás. Nossa,
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes. There's no echo. Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
what? Caramba. Pô, fica assim, cara.
An old door worn by Ellen.
É, aqui não tem esse na câmera pra pular. Vou ver a câmera aqui.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this plate? In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar. To warm his hands before he pulled the trigger? There are no markings on the ground for a tripod. He would have had to lie on a mattress. The salty water has corroded the ladder to nothing but two thin orange rail. A smoking assailant who favors Tiamotiri to Austria or Duho. Cigarette butts are part of the... Tiamotiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmara. The Suzerainties population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. Oh, you do? The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Tiamatiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Yuan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tiamatiri is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips. Insane amount of tar. There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting. It's glowing in the dark night. The lights are on. Such a good girl, you think.
Uma vida eletroquímica. Olha só. Cara, tem mais um ponto. Cara, já vai dar o 3. Ah, não. Isso aqui já acabou de dar um ponto. Vamos por... Isso não é um estímulo físico, talvez? Ou uma percepção? Drama, cálculo visual... Vou botar mais uma percepção. Dessa vez... Eu realmente outras coisas e busco pelos principais, né? Lembrando que acaba duas, né? Bom, isso aqui me dá tempo depois. Na verdade, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Ah, cara, para de pegar esse. Ah, eu. Pariu. Não entendo porque às vezes dá pra ir, às vezes não dá. De teleporte. Não mostra qual. Para de apertar esse. Isso, cara. Não entendo. Oi? Aí, tipo, sei lá. Qual é os parâmetros? Vou falar com o Titus logo, né? Ah, eles já saíram. Para que pariu. Esqueci dessa essa hora. Tinha um computador aqui? Não. Ih, fazer alguma coisa assim aqui. Aí eu vou procurar uma parada. Vou colocar uma tela. Vamos ver o que eu tenho aqui. Tempo da limitação branca vazar.
I'll just keep the corda lacey in the... Aye, ma'am. Of course.
Something about the
Oh, it's good to see you here, Detective. I only do... Nothing, really.
that.
Spying. Then there's...
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. All right, politics time. Let's react.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're insulated. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45%. I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. Remind me to tell you one day. I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martin.
Maybe there is something else I can assist.
Ok.
Either sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel. Oh? Okay. When did this... Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Okay. Oh. Yes. Sorry I couldn't help you. Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the wave? A lot of stuff. Oh, there's plenty missing. But that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle. Although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with?
Ok, acho que mais um. Duas resistência normal. 3, né? Pouco, vamos aumentar para 4. O caps, né? Capacidade. Esse dá pra esquecer, hein? Dá pra esquecer e comprar outro, hein? Não vou aumentar minha física. Para 4. Veja se acho que pode ser adaptado. Acho que pode ser adaptado. Veremos. Deixa eu dar uma olhada.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling. This must be the buoy club. Ooh, hidden things. You lift the buoy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cord's dangling from... The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. Primitive construction, but it does the job. There's something in there, splashing around. It smells like you would expect it to smell. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Another identity misplaced. There must be some cosmic conspiracy afoot. The buoy continues to be mostly empty. No answers appear to you in the dirty seawater. You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later,
Arrombada, viu?
the dome shake.
Arrombada. Ou foram os caras que pegaram mesmo. Tá, deixa eu dar uma olhada. Que a ilha. Calçadão. A ilha não tem como verificar a ilha já. Calçadão é aqui, né? Bora dar uma aventurada aqui pelo calçadão. Pra quem vem aqui? Tem, vai investigar.
You see a once bright mural towering. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. The wind whispers and whispers.
Aqui o calçadão, caralho. Vou entrar mais então. Calçadão, né, porra? Também insano, vai. Não, calçadão aqui, tá falando.
There's some tear.
Ué. Calçadão aqui, ô porra. Verifica a ilha e o calçadão. Daqui a pouco o calçadão. Ah, não. Eu acho que não tá liberado. Eu fui dar. Eu acho não, eu fui dar uma olhada. Sei lá, né? E parece que tem que ser em outra parte. Eu não li muito, porque eu não gosto de pegar spoiler. Mas eu vi que tem o Kim tava comigo, então acho que é obrigatório ser com o Kim. E parece que tem que ter outra missão.
It's getting late, and it's...
Opa, é isso? Meu Deus.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's the edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can be... Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like something bad. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like a small cylindrical object. You pull it, a 9mm bullet, to be exact, fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own, the floorboard isn't interested. It's extra ammunition. She's locked. The bed is comforting. The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until this
respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. No, you haven't. You've just been... No, this is the one before that. We'll just
enjoy it while it lasts.
You're welcome, Harry.
After centuries of darkness.
Go.
Go there. Quanto tempo? 17 minutos. 6 horas.
Our tenant, the police, damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her.
Bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you're coming.
I cleaned it, like I always do. No,
The truth, sire.
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks.
Do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing for him.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle.
The sun sets.
She isn't what you call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do. Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screech like a cat in heat.
It's a peninsula.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning. You're back?
Nossa. É, aqui fodeu. Fodeu, animal. O que tá acontecendo, cara? Os caras não estão aqui. Caralho, porra. O que tá acontecendo? Eu vou fazer o seguinte. Eu não sei se é isso, mas tem muito save, né? Muito save. Ah, os quick saves são aí depois, né? Sim. Aqui tá baixando agora. Cara, o que é que tá acontecendo? Não. Vou fazer o seguinte. Caralho, o que é que tá acontecendo? Realmente eu estou chato. Caralho. Por que o jogo tá assim? Tá ótimo. Porra, é essa? Porra, o jogo tava bem normal. E aí, do nada. Vários bugs, né? Vários bugs estranhos.
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want?
Tem que ver algumas configurações do jogo.
What's that?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who? God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuronos.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her.
Yeah. I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours.
Whatever you do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer.
No? Well, whatever then. Cop.
No. They totally said what it was.
I don't remember. I was Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with? Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something.
Marianne, amigo. Fuck you, pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy some wows, like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little.
Us kids? That must have been 8. The children kept her together.
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Carl. Don't worry about it. We'll take care. Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it. Collect.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on this street.
Yeah? What? Anything else you...
som. Caraca, será que tá bugado mesmo? O pequenino fica menor e menor quando você leva acima da casa do boneco é o mundo. Você o vê lá fora na neve, nas ruas, na loja de esquina, finalmente na casa de caixas de fósforos. Você tá na janela, flores brancas no peitoril. Você pode sentir o cheiro delas daqui de cima, é terrível. Uma lamentação branca, uma morte moderna, divórcio ou algo similar. O que você pode fazer é aumentar a distância entre você e ele, fazê-la ainda menor, deixá-lo menos você. Uau! O que ela faz? Mais 20 de distância. E... Yes! Oh, boy! Tá travando mesmo, vou desempenho aqui, sei lá, alguma coisa. O Kim tá aqui, não buga não, cara. Estranho isso. É isso? Esse é o máximo? Ok, eu acho que ficou mais mesmo. Eu acho que fica mais. Olha, nossa senhora. Estranho. Bem bugado mesmo. Bem bugado. Qual é o... Dulce.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. This gun, Sunrise Parabellum, will be the only thing standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that threatens to eat the world. Sheathe it and wait, Herald. A shabby door hangs on. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links...
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of
Good.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stain in the dark. It looks like a nest. Something underneath it. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns. It's deep in suffering. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol. And God knows, you don't have to take him down. He's already down.
I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name. Max Tor is a gas company. He's wearing free socks from a gas company. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep. The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllable, and then it dawns upon you. Pigs. He's trying to call you pigs. His hand falls back on the bed, limp.
At least he got to say his piece. Well,
the lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest, nocturnal lagophthalmos. The likelihood of falling asleep with partially open eyelids rises after stimulant use.
No, it really doesn't. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
Look, he's trying to communicate. What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for... They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in...
Years. The pile of blankets. Grunt. Silence. Only heat emanates.
Podia ter algum.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is... That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Alright. Kuno knew you'd...
Tell him.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno.
Major fuck.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gotta fuck the Kuno. Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig.
I told you he can't be trusted.
Relax, see? This is about you and Kuno.
There is genuine disappointment below the act. In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life?
Yeah, we got plans.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in.
Kuno window.
Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough. This shit is real. Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is... Kuno...
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going...
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
Fuck right there, where?
You can guess.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give... That's right, it's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit? Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed.
You can't fuck with Kuno.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made...
It doesn't work, Kuno.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm.
Kuno doesn't...
Eu acho que eu vou esquecer isso daqui. E vou pôr... Para dar uma olhada. Quilão de milhão. De lá do milhão. Talvez. O bairro está clicando, esqueci. Biggers Autocritic, eu acho que isso é. Ó. Self-critic. Não. Se um cara não se adaptar negativo, não quero. O que eu tô falando, não quero bosta. Coletor. Nhê. Forma de vida baseada em magnésio. Mais resolução e menos lógico, jamais. Força. tarefa anti-objeto. Não deve ser dano para objeto. Não sei como quebrar coisas, mas só para quebrar coisas. Task Force. Anti-object. Aqui, anti-object task force. Opa. Deu um bug. Caralho. Tá foda no computador hoje. O resto. Ataque, physical options, heal damage. Uxi. Né. Autoestrada Sul. Highway. South Highway. Sorry, filta. Aqui. Motorway South. Inland Empire. Antagonista. O que é isso? Não, sempre. Não, jamais que isso. Como é esse? Gerador. Generator. Agora começa. Deve ser generator. Gerador de data de nascimento. Tá foque, meu irmão. Cadê? O Horror, exatamente. Caralho. Date of birth, é verdade. Ok. Date of birth até razoável. Checa hardcore, se não me engano, não tem nada bom. Não, até bom. Pollution e só que. Cold Mod. Hã? Não peguei Cold Mod Aqua não, foi? Ué? Jurava que eu tinha pego Cold Mod Aqua. Vou pegar ele então, que é mais percepção pra caralho, não é? Ou tem algum negativo, deixa eu ver. Mais 3. Meus enciclopédia, não, jamais. Terra Solar da Realidade, se não me engano, é ruim também. Tá, bora ver. Holofote. É esse Remote Viewers Vision? Será que é esse? Não. 3 horas de pesquisa. Searchlight Division, mais de percepção. Ok. This Precarious World, né? Se não me engano é This Precarious. The Precarious World. Não, isso é uma bosta. Esqueço. Retórica, pode ser. Não tô com vontade de botar nada ainda não, velho. Vou deixar esse aqui vazio por enquanto. Vou ver se alguma coisa mais aparece. Caralho, tá, meu irmão, tá muito absurdo. Bom, olha, só falta isso. Tá sendo, velho, não é possível. Esse da Alice, não é possível.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Yes, I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen. Notebook.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Elis Cortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S Kortenaer. Exact date of birth. He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort. Then the armor followed him to Semenine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel. It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
None, officer. Sorry.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
A name. This is very good. Elis Cortenaer.
This means something to him, to know that name. Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that, 10-10.
Ok, vamos por em... Cara, coordenação motora vai ficando foda. Ainda não. Vou botar um aqui. Caralho, que não interessa tanto. Nossa. Tá, bora lá, vai. Porra, olha, também, pô, fiz muita coisa, só não fiz as merdas que não estão dando. O negócio bugou, velho. Que ódio, que ódio, que ódio, 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 ódio. Tô até com raiva. Nossa, que horrível, cara. Que horrível, que horrível, que horrível. Tô até com vergonha de ficar com essa luva me lembrando. Vai, para. Não tem como, né? Eu vou lá, só pra ver. Só pra ver. Sabe, na verdade... Dá uma olhada. Tipo isso, a costa. Vou mandar o vídeo agora.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him.
Okay. The world is sad without him. Ah, verdade. gente sabia. Vamos lá dar uma olhada.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic filthy narco. And look, it's made right here in Revachol by Saint Baptiste, a disgraceful pharmaceutical company. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. Yes, take it, and then dispose of it. This feels like gold in your hands, light and precious.
Cara aí, só não preciso trocar. Bora. Oh, caralho, porra. Eu acho que não tem como, mas bora ver. Ah, aquele era vermelho.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Ah, momento esse é fé. Porra. Sacanagem.
Goodbye.
Welcome back.
The device feels light.
Yo, man, what's on your mind? Dead body, sure.
Esse aqui, eu acho que...
The clothes. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very
Hardcore. Ah.
Is it though?
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Tá, ok. Ele não tinha falado ainda, é isso? Deixa eu ver. Acho que foi certo que aquele apareceu vermelho. Do jeito que tinha aparecido.
We're close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core! All right!
He furrows his brow as
Hardcore! The question is, what is the question? But there was no question. We're close. True, hard, full, core. It's hardcore. Skibbity.
your cop training did not prepare.
Não compreendo como faz isso. Ó. First option. Cara, já acho que já fiz quase todas as combinações. Fiz aqui do jeito que eu achei que o cara tava falando fazer, mas... Não. Sei não. Ah, tá. Ok. Oh, tá.
We're close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question?
Aí, o que eu falo? Cadê? Choose anything.
But there was no question.
But there was no question. Aí o que eu faço? Sei não. So hardcore. Tá.
We're close. True, hard, full.
Não liga nada.
Hardcore.
Continuo sem dizer nada.
Hardcore to the internally coherent.
Continuo sem dizer nada.
All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Is it though?
O que eu faço? It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Oh shit!
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary line in...
Oh God, you're going to be in this church.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all...
Whoa, thank God.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to... The Arno will be back! But we're doing something else for one moment! Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her... Yeah! Back on the case! The first page of the second...
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, or...
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
The young man looks at you reverently, and his friend drops his loitering act and turns toward you two. If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Wow!
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his...
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys,
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head. The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer, in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm. The hardcore.
Oh yeah!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
I know! So does mine! Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah! No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar... That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
With a rebel yell!
Yeah! Dark Horde hardcore!
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! Love! In a woman's lungs! Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity. No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking.
Alright!
Aí eu tenho muita coisa para ver, para aqui, para
Yes, what is it? What? No.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit?
Maximum! Maximum is the...
I know it is, but could you please turn it down?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it!
Glue style? Okay. There literally is no...
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's a...
Can't turn down the hard...
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent in life!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to...
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you are, Detective.
Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to... In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air... It's out there now. It will devour every floorboards.
Guys, what's going on? It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like...
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance!
No, Egg! It's the window! The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
Cracks appear on the stained glass.
Come down to earth!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent. It's shaking the building's foundation. A great pulse arises.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here.
In the mixing desk now. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too...
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell.
4 years. 22 people.
Yeah, but did you record it, though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented... I have no idea. I've never...
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after...
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're so...
That it wasn't her fault.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speak. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally...
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost.
Some tiny hard thing. You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you, you know. The person you were knows. You don't have to. You already have. These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening, drinking coffee and smoking, with a...
What? But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up into the dark. You have her full, undivided attention.
Then, what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
Then the Pale is... But the milk, it clearly hasn't started curdling yet. We're here, I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a can... According to this, how long... And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in a
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind. I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pine wood. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the...
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building, with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. You mean, Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up. Then go tell them. Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? You know, maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Yeah!
What is there to add to that? Nothing. The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we were... It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long... It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through Pale, all kinds of irregularities take place. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. Anytime.
Peraí, isso mesmo que eu li? Ah! Ah, tá. Da campanha, né? Ah, sim. Ah, eu estava aqui. E... Esse eu posso fazer já. Ué.
Denarian shot!
Vibrations, he stands up. The other real deck is empty. Cables, you know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does...
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on.
Yeah, maybe that street.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Ok.
Copman! Yeah! It was awesome! Too hardcore, in fact! I couldn't control it! It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left! Starts compressing itself and...
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound.
Yeah! Oh! I don't know! Maybe someone can do something with this! I imagine... Yeah! Tape! Yeah! Spin the tape until the... Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people... Yeah! Tape! Yeah! Yeah!
Opa. Agora botar o servo-ferro. Tem algum servo-ferro?
Hey man, it's good to see you.
Vou aumentar o servo-ferro.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain.
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal... Here, it will begin. Who fucking cares? God? Where is your God? Oh, don't worry. Nothing. Just the
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it.
Caralho.
Waiting for it to rule the world. Yes, it's all true. In the spinal cord.
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity, free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean.
Oh my god! No way!
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in fun. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
I am the law. I am the law.
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin.
Asil, aren't you going to dance? No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. It feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
Here we go again! Hardcore fills the air! The sound above my head!
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten slave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes.
I am La Revacholière. I am the city. I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of... My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous eyes. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill. The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the... I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space. You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jean in Rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church.
Had a good rest there? Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? End of human development. Mission all right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Goodbye, officer.
Clean out the rooms. Essa aqui não para de clean out the rooms. Isso é bom, isso é bom. Vou ler isso for now. Na verdade, para finalizar, eu vou interagir com esse item aqui.
Medicinal purposes of the Pale. The cover of this heavy tome features flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the Pale. You come across the following explanation. While modern pharmacopoeia are continually updated by so-called experts based on the results of clinical trials, readers will find assembled here the timeless wisdom relied upon by generations of traditional Seolite medicine practitioners, Mesk mystics, and Ilmaran folk doctors. It's all quackery, in other words. Finally, something to calm the angry spirits that have. It seems to contain descriptions of the medicinal properties of various ingredients that may be gathered from the Pale, as well as instructions for producing a variety of herbal remedies. There are a number of Seolite tonics that promise to improve your short-term memory, but nothing that what you're describing is booze. You don't need any herbs for that. There's nothing in here that speaks to hangovers directly. However, while browsing through the various descriptions, first, you need to choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The combination of mint and birch bark make this tea relaxing. Would you like to try again? Very well. First, choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else? The ginger root will help with the nausea, and the birch bark tea will help you flush out the toxins. The sugar just makes it. The very thought of this tea causes your muscles to relax and your mind. A tingle rushes down your spine and you feel your toes uncurl. If only it could always be like this. Six crump somewhere.
Harcourt.
Empatia. Vita, Formella, Verduti, Termini, Funcional, será que não faço ideia como fazer? Fala com o cara, ó, limpei a quarta, só falta isso, mas era tudo comida.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title. This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those the alphabet. Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet. A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamut. H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion. Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith. That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Hi, mister. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They look the same. They look identical. Luby. Luby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can, but then Uller. Bye!
Is that the phasmid? It looks... Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation all over again? Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace.
Caraca, eu estou alucinado com esse velho. Fala. Ó, é verdade, posso dar uma olhada. Esse foi muito tempo atrás, não dá. A maioria eu não consigo ver. Esse aqui não. Bom, aí tava com as luvas, eu acho. Bom, não importa.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the...
What bad people? No, we're not really supposed to talk to strangers, you know? Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Tequila sunset. Of course. Drink first, story later. No. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy... Not much, but it will do. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard... There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on...
Are you telling the story of the...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17...
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the...
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her... What? No, I told you this is a...
The pause.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the... Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless found rider riding... If I hadn't lost my keys that one time, I'd agree with you. But Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this. Right. Early autumn of 46. Ulla DuPont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act...
Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
When she sees something, Her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning, but there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal. Her body is never recovered. Word on the street is that she, you know, gave herself facial deconstructions. Anyway, that's the story of the headless foul rider. Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
Oh, headless brother.
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut cloak.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Isn't it? All the people. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories? That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that. Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name. Yeah? I have to admit, that's pretty high concept. Still not as awesome as a headless rider in a found track. Yeah? Giants? That the best you got? Yeah? Do you always try to pick the lamest option possible? No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Aye, I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice. It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry. Wonderful. No. It's very hard to tell a story.
The legend returns. You know the deal, legend man. Smokes a smoky, pilsner, gets you drunk. Bottoms up, Captain.
Tequila Sun. Wonderful. Not much, but it will. This last one is the most Martinez story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously.
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff. No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. Hey! Fuck you, Tequila. All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of, you know, obsessive types. People with predilection. Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me. I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend. Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth...
Paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work... You know Tequila, nose candy, the White Railroad,
He's talking about cocaine.
Shit, yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular... Now, as you might imagine...
Right. Wrong. Do it all day.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his... Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white..." I know, Tequila, I know. But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the...
That's almost certainly wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high grade. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still...
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull. No. Wow. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay...
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum. The gangsters say they want to sell it on the black...
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could...
I'm pretty sure they all just want...
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right...
Don't listen to him or his grand...
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no, maybe it was the storm sewers.
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a... The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, the junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking...
Honest men on an honest...
By now, I'd say I know about as much of... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just...
What?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry, too. Yeah. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
Wait, maybe there's a...
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you.
Uncle.
There's no way.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, God. I've told her not to do that.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
She stands stiff and severe, silently. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality. One where she's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this...
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course.
My husband is completely different, of course.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter, it's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. At a time, he made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call silent.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Exactly. She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not... The woman looks aloof.
What do you mean, actual source? I thought this issue was resolved. What? But that's not in any...
Tell her the truth. It's out of her hands.
You're right, officer. I mustn't lose faith, especially now that Annette is finally settling in at school. Besides, didn't I have some Saylight hope catchers round here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be all right if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome.
Mascate, ele usa muito estranho falar isso. Parece isso que eu tô falando, tem biscate de livros. Oh yeah, that's right.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You managed to hoist it off the... See? Even your body has failed you. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that.
Cara, o lugar tá mais macabro que o normal. Ah, obrigatório ter a lanterna aqui. Yeah. Não sei se what the fuck?
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business. Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit. That's a good question. Reality is root.
Aqueles pensamentos surgem da vida, as passivas.
Oh, it's you again. You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach? I'm listening. Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true. Sona is involved in this? So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the...
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
A curse is something superstitious, but a 2mm hole in reality? We all know what it means. It's bad. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully. I'm sorry.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting like a smooth draw. The speaker...
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I've unlocked the production. Fortress accident. Is there anything? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, cast with a quiet determination. The printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. In its short time of existence, Fortress, the first tranche of seed financing, eventually the damage reached 400,000 real with only half of the game. Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Egonian investor. Egonia, a godforsaken and tiny territory in Grad that has not once but twice wasted its independence on microfascism. The less said about Egonia, the better. Matter of fact, let's stop saying things about it right now and continue. Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligation. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleeps. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large. They tried to make a 4 million real game. They thought they could bridge the gap. They couldn't. No, you couldn't have. Definitely not. Not a chance. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered that at the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Sulisław Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
Caralho. Tem fala.
The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, not my god. Shut up. Oh my god. What have I done?
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
And that's it. Aconteceu.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness. Before, what is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian lintel front, just as the Wirral. When the project was returned, it was complete. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophe. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. And explain. S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. That's not what her colleagues thought. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Viajada pesada aqui.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The filament slides out of its... a thick layer of coal dust. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in. Inside, a secret seems like an old weapons cache from the Revolutionary. It means there are firearms. This is a good find. Really justifies coming down here and looking around. Both cables are unplugged from somewhere a machine.
Esses daqui eu vou fechar. Tentar texto. Consideração. Aleatório. Se não vai eu vou fechar 100%. Lógica para tentar para mim. Por no menos isso. Vou fechar.
Every tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I select tapes. Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in. No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of... You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
You keep coming back.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of...
Super cool. Now
The sneakers seem to vibrate in your hands with an almost mystical energy.
the junk is yours, officer. Happy listening. Try not to hurt your ears with that Samaran garbage.
Hey.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hola, Wandering Man.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is assert. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you? What? Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. Mega rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that... Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light-bending guys. Honestly, Harry, We might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect. You're a fucking idiot, Harry. I love it. Thank you for sharing this deep, idiotic part of yourself with me. A hallucinating market liberal. I shudder to think what...
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of... Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up? I told you she was a piece of work, Harry, but I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again. I'm always happy to educate and Very nice, Harry.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. No trouble at all, mister.
The trap is full of poor things.
The sea's gonna calm down soon. Oh? Okay. Oh. Yes, that's the... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Really? Are you sure you're not... A lot of stuff.
Hello again. No, I'm afraid I can't help.
There's something friendly and he's telling the truth. He has.
Ah, não era só ele mesmo. Ah não, tem mais sinal.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind.
Rapaziada, deve ser uma frase. Bom. Caraca, não considero realmente não sei mais fazer não, só esperar o que eu voltar.
Our tenant, the police. What more do you want to know? Yes.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. You finally stop picking your nose. Time passes. The glacial gusts from the sea do. The twiddling barely keeps. Homosexual underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Realmente, não sei o que fazer. Cara, eu não sei o que fazer. Literalmente andei por tudo que que eu tô deixando passar, eu tô dando pra aqui mesmo.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like
I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Bom. Vou parar por aqui. E é isso. Joguei bastante hoje, depois vou com calma, vejo se é só esperar um pouquinho mesmo. Se tem outra coisa pra fazer. Eu realmente fiz quase tudo que eu precisava. De secundária, de mexer com item. Realmente não sei se tem mais item pra eu comprar. Pelo menos não abertos até então. Não tem mais ninguém pra falar. Não tem mais nenhuma missão que eu consiga fazer. E é isso então.